1st and 10, Herbert. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. H1 Littlefield Jr. picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Well, on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
keep it. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The score, Packers 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. A slant to Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
4 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and inches.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Sanders. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 29. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell.
Curtis Riley there on the tackle. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Vikings, nothing.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Caught by Jones. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 16. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Westbrook there to make the grab, and the Vikings have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
3 and out.
On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And here comes Westbrook. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jordan Brooks brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. The open man is Westbrook. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. D.D. Westbrook. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14. Packers 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Tony Pollard. And he'll bring it back all the way. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14. Packers 10.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Complete to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. It's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I thought I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up here by Jimmy Smith. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Minnesota.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one good carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert eluding the pressure right. It's caught, Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, and they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it across midfield and down the 45.
NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He completes it to Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Jones, 45 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 28. Packers 16.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Pollard again. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run here with Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got his target, Samuel, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Bell first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down now. It's Bell, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Hamler now on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. From the gun, Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brought him down. It's a gain of 5.
Another run with Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
The ball carrier.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Play action. Now Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd down.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And he finds Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Here's 2nd and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.